Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome to the channel again, and today's tutorial will be on wrinkle removing and the beautifying stuff inside of Nuke. So just let's get started. So basically what we have is old aged man clip. So I have downloaded this one from mixit.com. This is a 720p footage. So let's just go for the project settings, and I'm just gonna have it as a 720. Okay, fine. So what is beautifying inside of Nuke? Let's say let's make it very simple to you guys. It's kind of a digital makeup that we do for different actor or actresses to make it look very younger, or very smooth skins and all. So sometimes there are a lot of issues for like pimples or maybe some sort of wrinkles, some sort of patches are there on the skin. So basically we need to remove that particular stuff from the skin, and to make it smoother, to make it good looking and all. So that is called beautifying or beautifications. So I have this footage and he got some wrinkles and all. So let's see how we can remove these things. Okay, so depending on footages, it's necessary to use a denoise stuff, or you can also use a neat video, which is a reduce noise plugin, which is also available in Nukepedia. So basically for this case I'm not gonna use any of these because I don't find out any noises here for now, and whatever I can see is some pixel issues over there because it's a low resolution footage from Mixit as well. So I'm not gonna use that particular stuff here right now. Okay, so for the wrinkle removal stuff or for beautification stuff, there are 2-3 ways to go. So let me just start with a basic one. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taking a blur. Okay, so this particular method is called frequency separation. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the blur here, and I'm gonna preview this and just blur it until it just get the light only. Okay, so here you can see it's the lights only. Okay, some kind of shadows are there, but the texture is not available at all. Okay, so for the filtering purpose, I tend to be going for like triangle, and I'll just increase a little bit of sample rate so that it will be fine. There will be no artifacts and all. Okay, so you might go a little bit more maybe, or maybe a little less. That's really up to the footage so for my case it is good to go with like 12 or something like that. Okay, that's fine for me. So what I'm getting here is the low frequency, or you can just say the color or the light information out of that particular footage. Okay, so now it's time for the high pass or the texture. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just take a march. I'm just gonna put it A, put this one to B, and for the march I'll just shift it to the divide. Okay, so this is what I'll be having here, and this is the texture which which is available there. But what I'm just getting is like from this light information I'm gonna divide this one by this one. Okay, so I'm gonna get the result. So the rest of the part, the rest of the texture, what I'm having here. Okay, so that's it, and definitely it depends upon how much blur you have done. So if I just do like lot of blur, so you will be losing some stuff as well. So definitely it's depend on the footage, that how much detail you wanna have. So I think this will be fine for my footage, so 8 will be fine for my footage right now. Alright, so the next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another merge. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this one to A, which is coming as a texture or the high pass, and I'm gonna get this B here, and let me just put a dot node to get it properly arranged. Okay, one more stuff that I'm gonna do is just take that node graph and I'm gonna put it here, because this particular thing gonna be like, it will be like this. Okay, it's kind of like a staircase, so the properties will be here for my case. Okay, so if you want, you can just set it set the workspace like this. It's up to you. Okay, for my case I'll be doing this. Okay, so background render, I'll just close it now. So basically what I'm getting right now is this only. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just I'm gonna have all these patches that has the darkness, which is the detail, but not all of these white portions. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'll just multiply this one. So I'm just going to, for operation, I'll just put that to multiply. So now if you see the original scan and this one, so you can easily find out there is no difference between that. As you can see, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, so I'm just doing A and B, A and B, so there is nothing. All right, so it's the same footage. So basically what I have done is I have just separated the color part and I have separated the texture part and put it together. All right, so what is the purpose of doing this particular stuff? So let's see. So basically you can see there is some deep texture or deep wrinkle things here. So if I just take a paint node for now, okay, and I'm gonna put it directly to the connect it directly to the scan, and if I wanna remove this particular here, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll just put it clone mode, and I'm just gonna have it as like 0.5 or 0.6, something like that, and there will be no hardness available. Okay, so I'm gonna clone this part here on top of this line. All right, so if you see, this is actually cloning all the color information, the light information, as well as the textures. Okay, what if I wanna only manipulate the texture, not the color, not anything else? Okay, not the light information. So for that, what I have done is I have separated this part here. Okay, so what I'll do is basically I'll take another paint node and I'm gonna put this one in between this one. So like this is coming as my texture, right? So this is coming as my textures, and this is the pipeline where my texture exists, right? So I'm just gonna put this proto paint node in between these two, and let's preview it what actually it does. So let me just get the clone stamp tool here, and again I'm gonna put it like 0.6 or 0.5, and there will be no hardness, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'll just clone it here. Okay, so just clone it. As you can see, it is only cloning the texture. Okay, so I'm doing it again here. Okay, you can see it is only cloning the texture, not any color information. Okay, so again I'm just gonna get this one. Let's just do that. Okay, so it's only giving you the right texture there. Okay, so again I'm gonna do this one here, and as you can see, it is only giving you the texture, not the color information or the light information, right? So what about the light information? So if I just go back and just take another roto paint node and put it inside of this one, okay, so now I'm gonna just set it again 0.2 or 0.56, whatever you want, and now if you just go for the color, and it will only give you the color information, not the texture information. So as you can see, the texture information is intact there, and the color information is coming on top of that. Okay, so it is pretty easy to get rid of the wrinkles and all. Okay, so this is kind of a result. As you can see, let me just go back to this paint because I need to paint the texture here as well as here. Okay, so now that you can see it's been removed, so like this is the original and this is what you have done here. So whenever when you just remove all the wrinkles and all, you won't get anything anything distracted. Okay, so just go and paint those texture as you need. Fine. So one more stuff that you can go for, like this is the still image which you need to paint it sequentially, because if I just go to the next frame it will be gone. So what we can do, we can just get the information out of that. How? Just go to this row to paint node and go for this little arrow here, and you have output mask. So just go for this like RGB and alpha. So if you see this and put a pre-mult there. Alright, so as you can see, whatever you have painted, this is what you are actually getting. Alright, so this is how you can get all the things that you have painted on top of that. Okay, and you can just have a track node there and you just put on top of this one. Okay, so this is how you can get it. And again, here the color information that you have put it, you can also go for this output mask, which is RGB alpha, and just take this pre-mult here, or else you can just pre-mult it here as well. Okay, so that's really up to you. I just go for this one. As you can see, this is what you have got here. Let me copy this, paste this here, and this is what you have as a texture, right? And you did multiply that one. Okay, so this is what I have got with the texture and all. So it's perfectly done. And you just take a tracker node here and put all of this in on top of that original scan. So that will be a fixed method for this kind of thing, or you can go for like sequential paint and all. Okay, so this is one sort of method that you might go for. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll just take a backdrop node here. Okay, so backdrop, and just put it top of this here. Okay, so I'll just put that to like frequency separation setup. Okay, so this is my frequency setup. Let me just level it actually. So what I'll do, I'll simply take another dot node which will give me the actual footage, actual scan here. And so let's take a blur. Okay, so I'll just put that here and just connect another merge, and then just take that A to the blur and B to this one here. Okay, and again it will be the same stuff that I'm gonna show, which is, first of all, I'll just increase the blur level here. Okay, as you can see, I just increase it here, okay, to like 8 or something like that, and just divide it again. So I'm gonna divide it again, and yes, definitely you can increase it later on as well, not an issue. So just take a keyer node, okay, and just check the alpha channel here. Okay, and just increase the A. So as you can see, it's getting closer to the edge or to the cavity, which is the detail. Okay, so here, something like that. Okay, so I think that's working properly. Just put the blur on B, and the A1 on actual footage. Okay, so then divide it and then go for the keyer, and that gonna work properly actually. Okay, so you can see it's giving you all those, detail, all those cavities here. And now I'm gonna invert the map, because what I'm gonna do is, like, I want to remove all these wrinkles out of this. Okay, so these are the texture that you can see, okay, and this is the wrinkles that you can see. So what I want to have as a selection is this particular areas, right? So I'm gonna invert the map. You can just invert it here, okay, or instead of that I'm gonna go for another invert node. Okay, just go for it. There is no exact logic behind that, but I wanna have it here in front of my eyes, because sometimes what happens, you just need to go back to the keyer and you just need to do it by manual here, but you can easily disable this part here. Okay, so there is no exact logic, but this is how I work. Okay, now if you want to have all this color information to be muted, so you just take a saturation, which is not necessary, but still you can use it. Okay, so just make it here. Alright, and then take another blur here as well, which will be helping for the alpha to be blur. Okay, something like this. Okay, and this is actually giving you the texture that how much you want to have. Okay, so let's not give it too much too much value. Just put it somewhere around here, so it's actually giving you a lot of details out of that. Okay, so it depends how you want to manipulate that. And the next part is very easy, is just take another merge node, or directly take a in node, okay, which is as well merge. You just take another merge, and you can also go for this in as well. That's really up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna put it as a B pipeline, because I want to have it as a B, and I'm gonna get another dot here, which will give me the actual footage output here. Okay, which is this one, right? And this is what I got as a mask thing, right? So I'm gonna get another roto. Now the process is basically you just need to have a roto first. You need to roto that part of where you want to have all the effects, right? So what I'm gonna do, I know this part to be removed. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a mask. Just make it pretty thin. It doesn't matter, like it shouldn't be very big or very broad one. Just take it a thin line of roto. That's fine. Just give it this much of thing. Right, now what it will be doing, so basically if you just see here, you are actually getting this part, right? And you will only have those alpha where the detail exists, not everywhere, but where the detail exists, right? So in means whatever will be on A, or with connection with A, this particular information will be visible on that particular area. Okay, so I'm going to put that A to the roto. As you can see, this is the part you can easily view, right? Now there is two things you might want to add. So one is blur. If you want to blur the mask here, okay, to expand the edge. Another one is like edge blur. So I'm going to save it once. Okay, then edge blur, and just increase the edge blur. Okay, so that's really up to you what you want to use. It just doesn't matter. Okay, so now go to the grade node. Yep, we will use grade. We can use also blur node. You can also use another color correction node. It's literally up to you. So I'm just going to get this mask here. Okay, and you can adjust it by going by going with this gamma a little bit, not much, okay, maybe a bit of gain, okay, and a bit of white point here, maybe like this. And as you can see, there are some little detail coming out, so you just go for the alpha to be blurred a bit. Okay, so as you can see, it is working perfectly. You might go for this edge blur a little bit, not much, okay, fine. So I'm just pushing that particular dark area towards light, okay. And one more stuff that you can do, which is like just go for the transform mask, okay, have the same mask here, and I can just use X and Y things like that, okay, just to make sure that the texture is also available, okay, and it's also working fine. So now if you see the previous one and this is the final one, as you can see that extra dark patch has been removed. All right, it's pretty easy to work, and this is the process you might go for, because this is little procedural which will help you to get the detail, how much to be there, or sorry, or you can easily control it via these things, like how much light to be there, okay, how much blur to be there, and how much to keep, okay. So you can easily get rid of some sort of details if you want to, okay. So both are almost similar, and what you want to have, that's really up to you, okay. And definitely what I have done was, I did build up a gizmo, I did build up a tool set for this particular stuff, because every single time I wanna get rid of this wrinkle, I have to copy all these things and paste it and do it again and again. Let me say you have these wrinkles, you have a lot of wrinkles, like 2 to 20 sort of sets. So you just need to copy all of this 20 times, 30 times, okay, and it's getting slow. And for the next video, I'll be showing you how you can get that tool set, or how you actually can create a tool set, because this particular tutorial is long enough, so I'm not gonna show you the process of making a tool set, okay, but I'll be posting another video and that will be on particular tool set, okay. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new, and please subscribe the channel and share with your friends. So thank you so much, and see you next time.